I'll be building different fast food chains across America, using this wheel to decide which fast food chain I should build. Here's a list of fast foods that AI gave me, and if I missed one, comment down below. Panera Bread! Okay, so I went ahead and did the layout. Dining area, bathroom 1, bathroom 2, kitchen, registers. So Panera Bread is pretty much like a cafe, and it also seems like it's more of a modern build as well, almost kind of like the Dunkin' I built in my other video. So I'm also gonna make this 2-story as well for the oh my can I have a break? I'm also gonna make this 2-story as well for the eye-catching appearance, and since it is a modern build, I'm just gonna be using a flat roof for the building. There's like no overhang, it just kind of extends. Okay, so now that the shell of the Panera is done, I'm gonna go ahead and start painting it. I feel like panels would look really good for the image I'm using, because it looks like there's panels at the front here, and then on the side is just concrete for the rest of the building. And there seems to be a little bit of some wall trim towards the back of the restaurant, all around the white concrete here. And then for the roof, we'll just make this fossil concrete. I think it's actually looking really good so far. The build seems to be very modern with floor to ceiling windows, and they're kind of just like all around the edge. So I'm assuming in this area is the dining room. And then for the doors, we can use these tall transformed double doors. I'm actually gonna scoot this a bit over. It seems like the rest of this side is just windows. Then above the windows are awnings. So I'm just gonna resize these. And they're like a burlap color. And then there's like industrial wall lamps above the awnings. OMG, I always forget to do my decals. I get so excited and then I just start building and then 1, 2, 3. Looking good. What was that? I just saw something disappear in front of my eyes. Then right above the awning is the big logo of Panera Bread. So we'll copy this logo and put it on this side as well. So it seems like Panera doesn't do a lot of gardening. It's mainly just sidewalks. So we're gonna add some sidewalks. And the sidewalk is kind of leveled. Then we're also going to need a parking lot. Does it have a drive-through? I literally don't see a drive-through. Oh, okay, it does. Okay. Then I'll go ahead and make the drive-through. And of course, we're gonna have to make the sidewalk concrete. So far, this is looking really good. I kind of got it too close to the, to the actual road. Can I not move my character? I thought you used to move your character. What happened to that?
Bruh.
Am I stupid? Oh, okay.
Fishy! Wake up! Wake up! Oh no!
Maybe since we have so much room on the sidewalk, we could possibly add like a little outdoor patio moment. Like, oui. Let me eat some bread. Now for the parking spots, I'm just using plain marking. OMG, I distributed it again. Okay, I'm just locked in, you guys. And over here, instead of using bumpers, I'm just going to use cylinders so I can make handicap spots. I can't add plain marking right here because I placed the roof, so that's why I'm not adding one right there. But I am a little bit extra, so although we're not adding a speed bump for the parking spots, doesn't mean I'm not adding one for parking lot to get into. Because you know those massive speed bumps you go over, like either in the drive-thru and you're literally flying up in the car because of it?
Live fast, die young,
Yeah, that's the aesthetic I'm going for. And then maybe we can add a basic cube here, resize it a little bit to make it kind of like a sign. So one side can say entrance and the other side can say exit. Obviously this will be the entrance because of it'll be on the side. I did not put room for, but that's fine. So since I didn't make enough room for the intercom to be on the left side like I've always done, I'm probably gonna have to do it on the right side, which changes it up a little bit because I keep feeling like my builds are kind of getting repetitive. And instead of doing what I usually do, I'm gonna make this look kind of blocky because it seems like the aesthetic for Panera is kind of blocky. That looks good. And now we can just add the decals and resize it. And we can't forget about the LEDs around the menu here. And we'll just do a basic linen color. And before I forget, we obviously need to add a little intercom so they can talk to the drive-thru. And then maybe we can add some like ferns here and there because I just don't want it to look so boring. Here we have the little intercom. Of course, I want the windows. I don't know if I want to do one window or two. I'll probably just do one. I'll do one commercial window because most of this restaurant is inside dining. And obviously we can't forget about the drive-through roof. And then we'll just paint this roof the same as the original. I feel like this restaurant is like very fancy. Like the pillars they deserve is like super fancy pillars. And I feel like it's very like industrial, dark, modern style. And then we can't forget about the lighting. I don't know. It kind of reminds me of like a New York style. Like there's gonna be like almost a lot of orange lighting. And then we can possibly add a beam so it doesn't look so like unauthentic. I'm not gonna lie, this drive-thru is giving like I'm on vacation. Like now that the drive-thru is finished, we're also going to need some landscape lighting. And before I forget, I'm also gonna add a sign. Oh my god, wait, what was that? Was that a dragonfly? I promise that was. I promise I'm not crazy. I promise. No. Actually, wait. Come here. Wait, come here. Oh my, dude, that's a dragonfly. That's an actual dragonfly. Where are you? Bro, come here. Oh my god. Oh my, I finally got it. Did you see me? I was just missing the whole time. I just threw that away. Well, that's unfortunate. The exterior of the Panera is done. I think it's safe to say to start on the interior. Now, as you can see, the dining area is fairly big, but that's because it's mainly inside dining. So I'm thinking since it gives off that industrial vibe, we can kind of make this a custom wood color for the dining room, and then for the bathroom I'll do the same thing. And then as for the registers and the kitchen, maybe we can do like an oyster tile color. And then for the walls, I feel like stone would just fit the vibe. And then the rest of the restaurant can be wood panels, like a dark wood panel. Oh yeah, this is looking good already. We'll go ahead and divide up the bathroom and the kitchen. You guys, this is actually looking so good. Okay, I'm just gonna use these basic counters for the registers, and of course we're going to need a display case. And I'm thinking I kind of want to add a pickup order area, like right here. It can be like a pickup area. You can just place like a basic sunset window frame, and obviously like if there's no orders, we can just close the blinds. I feel like that'd be a really cool addition. Honestly, we could probably make the top of this granite and the bottom of this wood. Yeah, we're doing that. And then we're gonna change the display cases and add some more counters over here as well. I feel like there needs to be an arch that goes across here, and then we can resize this, and then we can copy this color, and then nice. This looks kind of scary, but it's okay. It's all part of the process. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Just hold my hand. I'll get you through it.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. That's left.
I feel like we got most of the main register area done. I feel like we should really focus on this dining area. So hear me out. I really feel like that a lounge area is needed. Let's see, for example, the corner of this lounge can go right here. I don't know, I just really feel like a lounge is needed in this Panera. This is looking spectacular. Now, is it next to the bathrooms? Yes, it is. Does it matter? No. Because there's gonna be a TV distracting them. Yeah, we can do this industrial coffee table. We can add this television. And I feel like a custom coffee table is needed. So I'm just gonna take this basic cube and resize this one. Copy that one, place it right next to that one, and resize this one. Color one of them dark and the other one a lighter shade. Oh yeah, just like that. Then we can add some newspapers and then possibly a candle. Then next to that can be a plant. And then we can add another plant and place this on this side as well. We can also add a coat rack right here next to the door. So what if we add a basic shape and resize it? Wait, guys, what if we have like an elevated booth thing going on? Hold on. Oh my gosh, I'm overstimulated. Okay, hear me out. What if we add an elevated like booth section right next to the door? We'll add an elevated booth section. Okay, and then we put this basic shape. Kind of like size this to the window a little bit. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm freaking smart. You just subscribe to the smartest YouTuber in the world, I'm telling you. And now I'm just gonna pretty much copy this until it reaches the end here. Now I bet you're wondering, hey, they don't have enough room. That's because they get a wall as their friend. and then they can get some menus, some end tables here and there, and these can be like little singular tables for people just to sit at. And then before I forget, I'm also gonna add the doors to the bathrooms. All right, now that the dining area is finished, I'll move on to the bathrooms. I'm hoping I made this bathroom big enough because I actually wanted to add these stalls. How do I use these? I wanted to use these so bad in my Chipotle video, but I couldn't because I made the bathrooms too freaking small. And then obviously we'll add the toilet, and we're going to need counters so I can place the sinks. Oh, what is that? Ew. I'm gonna use this horizontal mirror. This is where I'm gonna place the soap dispensers, and then 2 hand dryers. Now that the bathroom is finished, we can move on to the registers. I already kind of began with the counters and the display case along with this takeout area. I was thinking about adding 2 registers. Wait, let me see which one I got. You guys, look how cool that looks. This is the one I caught. Whoa. Honestly, you know what I'm gonna start doing? Okay, every time when I'm building and I see something like this, I'm going to keep what I caught in this plot, almost like a trophy. But I'm gonna keep it in the whole video until obviously whenever I have to delete the plot. I honestly feel like adding like pillars would look kind of good. Look at that. I think that looks good. Like it separates it pretty well and it doesn't look like it's forced to be together. And then we're gonna add a counter for the drive-through, and then we can add this laptop so they can take the orders. And then in this area we can add a fountain machine, an espresso machine, add a slushy machine as well, and then we can put paper cups right here. We can add a shelf on the top here so we can add some jars, and we also can't forget about the mugs as well. And here we have our drink station. Now we can go ahead and start on the kitchen, and we can add these commercial rack trays, a fridge, an oven, some fryers, and a sink. And then in the middle here, we can add some commercial counters along with a trash bin and of course some food warmers. I'm gonna copy this shelf right here as well as the jars, and then we can add some utensil racks. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh, I'm forgetting the grill. We can add the grill right there. Oh my gosh. I completely forgot that I wanted to add a little patio spot room on the sidewalk. We could possibly add like a little outdoor patio. I'm up here like, hey, this would be a cute spot to add like a little patio outdoor. And I forget, like, what is that? The Panera restaurant is finally complete, so let's take a tour. So here's the exterior of the Panera restaurant. At first it was giving me modern vibes until I was looking more into it, and it was also giving industrial themes. And here's the drive-through. I just kept it very basic and industrial, and I felt like the beams and the pillars really just put the drive-through together. And then right before you enter the restaurant, introduced with this patio dining along the outside here. And then when you enter, to the left is lifted seating, these industrial booths. I thought this added a really good touch to the style. And to the right is the lounge area where you can watch TV and read the newspaper as you're eating. And then if you go straight through the lounge area, we'll enter the restrooms. With this time I finally used the stalls that I've been wanting to use. I feel like the stalls really add a good touch to it. Outside of the restroom, here is the takeout area where you can grab your food after you're done. Do like a mobile order. And then of course the display case with all the desserts and pastries that Panera provides. And then the dragonfly I caught. And then here's the registers. I think it really came out pretty nice, especially the pillars right there that brings it all together. And then here's the drive-through area where you can order and take while in the car. And here's the drink station where they can make coffee, slushies, etc. And here's the actual kitchen where all the magic happens and all the pastries and desserts get cooked. My favorite part of the whole restaurant is probably the lifted seating with the booths. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Voxel out.